Hello everyone, I'm Sanjida Islam, roll 1510016 from Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering from Rajshahi University of Engineering and Technology. And I have chosen my presentation topic as predicting virus contraction with a neural network with Python. And this is for the lab final of neural network and fuzzy system sessional. So what is neural network? Neural network is the base of deep learning, which is a subfield of machine learning. Neural network take input data, train themselves to recognize the pattern found in the data, and then predict the output for a similar new set of data. And here you can see an image where there are input nodes, hidden nodes and output nodes, and all of these nodes are connected to each other, and all of this connection will actually have some weight that we will adjust during the training process. And these weights are actually what works like a priorities of the input features, or which input feature will impact more on the output. So inside the neural network there are two steps. One is feed forward, where there will be some input feature and some weight initially, and we will predict the output from this process. And after that there are back propagation. In this process we are going to calculate the error between the target output and the predicted output, and after calculating this we are going to use some algorithm. Gradient descent is used to update the weight or adjust the weight value so that our accuracy level is higher and the error is lower. And the weight means how vital our feature is for predicting the output, and the higher the weight, the greater the importance. Here we are going to actually discuss this problem. Here you can see that there are four different input features: loss of smell, weight loss, runny nose and body pain. And based on these and the weight we are going to assign them, we are going to predict the output, and this is the target output that we need to actually predict. And 1 means yes and 0 means no. So let's go to the coding now. There you go. So here we are actually inside the coding now. Here at first we have imported all the necessary libraries, then this is our input, or we have given the data from our data set, and this is the target output, and we have reshaped it because we want to make it a column matrix instead of a row matrix that we give when we written it. And then after reshaping we have initialized some weight value and then bias and learning rate, and we have then defined our activation function. This activation function actually give our output inside a range that we want. Like let's say in this example we need our output for like 0 and 1, and we need to classify into two class. So we are going to get the output from this sigmoid function from 0 to 1 in this range. Like if the output is more than 0.5, then we are going to say that the output is close to 1, and if it is less than 0.5, then we are going to say the output is close to 0, and like that we are going to classify into two class. And then there is our derivative of the sigmoid function. Then we have actually run this code for 10,000 times. We have calculated the error by differentiating predicted output and the target output, and if the error sum is actually less than 0.05, then we are going to stop our iteration. We don't need to run it 10,000 times. And here then after that we have updated our previous weight and also the bias value. Then we are going to run this whole process again till we meet this error level. And after that we are going to print our final weight and bias, and then plot the error curve that is actually decreasing with the iteration. And here you can see the input, target output, initial weight, and this is the final weight after calculating, and then the bias and iteration needed 1500, and this is our predicted output. And from this here you can see that inside our data set the third and the sixth person both has the similar input features or the similar symptom, but one was predicted as positive and another one was tested as negative. But we can actually now say that they will be tested negative because both of this person does not have any loss of smell inside the data set. We can see that they did not have any loss of smell, but you can see that this is the first one, that this first weight is actually for the loss of smell, which has the highest value inside this weight matrix. And here this actually means that the loss of smell will impact the output the most. That means if a person does not have the loss of smell, then that person has lower chance of getting the positive for the virus. And after that you can see the curve, and here we are actually going to predict. We are going to give the input, or you can take the input from user, and then we are going to predict it by using the weights that we just trained previously. And here you can see this person is tested, the prediction output is like this, and after going through the threshold value, if it is greater than threshold value, we are going to say that this person is positive, and we can see that this person test result is positive as we have said previously. So we can actually say if the person what will be the result based on this weight, because these weights are like the importance or how much important this input feature is, or how this input feature will actually impact our output.